Hello, my fellow healers. My name is Adina, and I'm that healing girl. And in this pick a card reading, we're going to be discussing the energies of the new moon in Virgo, which is happening like early evening around 6 or 7 on September 2nd. So it's coming up pretty soon. This is a timeless reading. As always, take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, trusting that you are where you need to be right now, exactly in this moment. So, yeah, I'm getting with this energy already, just shuffling the cards and arranging the piles. I'm already getting this insistent energy that wants to come through, and like this energy of change wants to come through with Virgo. Virgo is all about perfecting things and honing in on the details of what we need to do, fine-tuning areas of our life so that we can sort of grow into the person that we want to become, so that we can bring the things into our life that we want to do, and so that we can achieve the goals that we want to achieve. So, and it's very much a perfectionist energy, which in its shadow side can get very critical, overly critical, and some of that energy might come through. We might be able to use some of that like super critical energy and channel into something positive, just, you know, as a tool to review what the work that we've already done and to see if it's taking our life where we want it to go. So without further ado, we're using all clear quartz crystal because I'm getting the energy that we need to. There needs to be a lot of clarity around what we do in Virgo season, and things will become clear as we move away from Mercury retrograde energy and farther away from its shadow energy, which we're in now. Post-shade, as they say. It's a little bit shady over here, but it's clearing. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, pile number 1, this lovely clear quartz cluster over here. Let's see what we have, what energies are coming through for you in this Virgo season and in this new moon in Virgo. We have 9 of Pentacles. Wow, the Devil in reverse. So, whoa. Father of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles. But in this deck, it's Father of Pentacles. I'm going to move this over here. Move this to the side a bit while we bring out the rest of our tarot cards. 7 of Pentacles. Wow. So Virgo season is bringing in the money energy. I mean, I thought Leo season was Father of Wands or King of Wands in reverse. Oh. This is some interesting dynamics. I'm already getting a vibe right now. The Father of Pentacles, King of Pentacles is you. You are at a job where you are making a lot of money. Like you're rolling in the dough. And there's a lot of financial abundance coming in. And with this 9 of Pentacles, you're at a point where you're almost at the 10 of Pentacles energy, where it's like you're the boss, like that boss energy. You know, you're able to rule your own financial destiny. If you don't want to stay at a job, you don't have to. You can move on. You can start putting more things into your retirement account. All of these energies. However, there's this like King of Wands energy in reverse, and there's this Devil energy in reverse. So I'm getting that wherever you're working, either it doesn't align with your principles and you're kind of selling your soul to the devil without a in a figurative way. Like you're sort of selling you're compromising your ideals, or the place that you're working at is not in line. I should say, it's a better way to put it. It's not in line with the ideals that you hold on a personal level, but the money is really good. And you're deciding whether or not you want to leave. It might be a bit of a toxic energy there. So I'm getting like toxic box vibes. Very Devil Wears Prada. Oh, that devil. Very Devil Wears Prada. Miranda Priestley, I think her name was. Energy. And so you're at a crossroads. And this job, it might be encouraging you to do things that are not necessarily good for your health and well-being, like working super long hours. Like it might be like something like, you know, it might be giving off Tesla vibes, right? You know, where in order to be there, you're making this amazing money, but you have to work like these crazy hours, and you don't have any personal time. You don't have any family or friends time. You're just grinding, and the money is pouring in. So there's this series on Netflix called Partner Track that gives me the same vibes. Like, this person is working, she was working at a job, like a law firm, and the money was coming in, but the deeper she got, the more they wanted her to do things that she found compromised her morals on a personal level. And again, it's going to get to a point where you're going to definitely have to decide, is the money worth what this is doing to me? This also might represent like a job where you have to do a lot of drinking, partying, schmoozing. For some reason, I'm getting the vibe of Korean dramas. I don't know if you ever watch any of them, but the workplace dramas, and they have to like curry favor with the boss, and they have to go on these all-night bingers and drink, and also like in Insecure, where it's so you might be a lawyer. I'm getting you might be lawyer vibes. It might be like Partner Track. All these things are coming up. And at Insecure, Issa Rae's friend is a lawyer, and she is having to do all these things as a black woman, sort of like try and see if she can become part of the boys club, and she's trying to do all these things like hockey when she hates it, and talk about investments and things that she has no interest in, and it's all so that she can move up in this firm, which is paying her extremely well, but it comes with a price, kind of like a deal with the devil vibes. You might feel trapped, you might become accustomed to a certain lifestyle that this career provides, and if you leave, you might have to revise that lifestyle and make it more modest. I mean, I don't think in any way you're going to be financially struggling, but you might not be able to live in the way that you've become accustomed. And that's causing you to be hesitant about leaving. And that's again working into this devil energy, because you have to ask yourself, like, are all these luxuries and perks that come with this worth the overwork, the long hours, the things I have to do to appease the partners or whatever? Yeah, and you want to move into Emperor energy. Right now, you're at the King of Pentacles energy, but you really want to move into Emperor energy. And in order to do that, like, to be honest, and let me be honest with you, staying here in this situation will probably get you into that Emperor energy, but you have to ask yourself, at what cost? And only you can weigh if the cost is worth it. Like that, I'm just sending the message here. Like, I can't tell you what to do. Only you can decide this is worth it, and I just have to grind for a few more years and then I'm done. Or, I'm just going to stick with this. Yeah. Yeah, and with this King of Wands energy, it's a very much, yeah, with King of Wands in reversed, he's still, he's not super problematic in a way, but there's a very, I get getting this very like dog eat dog energy, like, you know, you're not going to necessarily get a hand up for a promotion to the next level. It's not a sense of cooperation. It's more of like everybody's sort of every man for himself. And if you can oppress, you know, the higher ups, the more you can oppress the higher ups, the better off you'll be. Yeah. And with the Seven of Pentacles, which can usually, mean there's a loss. I don't think that it can also mean that you're disappointed about an enterprise or the direction it's going. So I think it has to do again with your values. Yeah. You're enjoying the security, but your values are being compromised. Maybe you're working at a place they're not environmentally conscious and you are. These kinds of things. Let's see. Door to Spirit. This is the Energy Oracle card. Now, of course, as always, we'll be listing the different Oracle cards that I use in the information section in this reading. Door to Spirit. Wow. If you're a person that believes in like your guides, your angels, deities, and or God, or even just the vastness of the universe as a spiritual intelligence, you've been put in this place so that you can see both sides. You can experience huge amounts of luxury, and I think you're going down the spiritual path where you're like, yeah, I have all the things I ever wanted and I'm getting more and I'm moving into that emperor position, but is it really nurturing my spirit and my soul? Is this where I really want to be? Is this really serving me? 28, love. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's about self-love. It's about learning to love yourself, connecting to spirit, and that will give you the answers you seek. The more you lean into self-love, the more you connect to divinity. And the more you not necessarily move away from the material world, but the more you make time to focus on the spiritual world, the clearer your path will be. And some of you, with this love and door to spirit, have a passion career that you want to pursue, and it's not what you're doing right now. You're doing it because it'll get you to the bottom line of where you want to be in your life, but it's not calling to your heart. It's not something that you truly love in your soul and spirit. Let's read the door to spirit card. Oh yeah. So this door opens into the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. Yes, the orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens into truly unlimited potential for the changes that happen here reach deep into your core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit, to the magic and power of your true identity. Yeah. Pile number 1, with this new moon in Virgo, it's bringing in it's bringing in all these new ideas. And Virgo is a very spiritual sign too. It's very much connected to health and healing. And I think this has to do with your mental and spiritual and physical health that might be impacted with the career that you're in right now. The affirmation is, I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings and know that the world of spirit supports you. Spirit supports you. It's moving you in a direction. You might even be one of those people that's like working in the corporate world, and now you're like, I think I want to just join join all of these workshops and learn like Reiki in Hawaii and like do all these yoga workshops and go on an ayahuasca retreat and like just find myself, because you're getting tired of this corporate existence that is bogging you down. And you may or may not choose to stay, but if you do stay, you will definitely find a way to explore this outlet of creativity and spirit and of love. You'll learn to love yourself more. And you might not say no to everything, or yes, I should say, you might not say yes to everything, and you'll say no to the things that violate your boundaries in this career on a spiritual, soul, and moral level. Love. It says, let go of your limiting beliefs about love. Your heart desires more connections, love, and nourishment. You're at a point in your life where you need to learn how to truly give and receive love. Fully opening your heart will awaken your vulnerability, sensitivity, and fear. In particular, your fear of rejection and intimacy with another person. However, you will also unleash your passion, inspiration, greatness, and ability to care deeply. Start seeing how great life is and be willing to connect to others. If you have been holding on to past pain, then it's time to acknowledge, feel, and move forward. Give yourself permission to let people in. Ask for love with all your heart and soul, and it will come. Look for something beautiful in every person you encounter. Focus on feeling good. Whenever you see people loving each other, and know this is coming to you in the form of love of a lifetime or incredible friendship, focus on your heart. This is the action. Take some slow, deep breaths. Imagine unlocking the door to your heart. What does your heart look like? Is it cold, frozen, and dark? Or is it warm, light, and sweetness? If it is cold and gray, imagine melting the coldness with the yellow light. Who do you need to communicate with so your heart can heal? Imagine that this person is in front of you now. Say what you need to share without holding back. Now step into their shoes and answer back from the highest place within them. Give yourself permission to experience an open heart. Every time you want to close your heart, take some deep breaths and choose to keep it open even if it hurts. A lot of this highest place within them is you connecting. Partially it's you connecting with your higher self. Partially this career might have cut you off from making connections of friends and family, or maybe it doesn't allow you time to cultivate a romantic relationship, but you want one, but you're working such crazy hours that you can't even see how you could nourish the friendships and relationships you have right now. If you already are in that romantic relationship or partnership of some kind, then it's hard for you to find time because of the franticness of the schedule. The money is amazing, but again, you're being asked to delve deeper into spirit and to meditate and to let people in your heart. This job might have also, because of this dog eat dog sort of like energy, this job might have also sort of kind of cut you off from your heart chakra. And yeah, and it's very like a bottom line, I'm trying to explain it in a way that makes sense. It's not for people with bleeding hearts, essentially. Like, you have to make these tough decisions, and sometimes people are hurt by them. Like, let's say you might have to do a deal for an insurance company that's trying to pay out the least amount that they can to like victims of a disaster, and you're asked to represent them, and you're like, oh man, if it was up to me, they need to just pay all the money to these victims of the disaster, but you are representing them, so legally you can't let that affect your emotions. And so these kinds of decisions that are being made on a daily basis are are sort of making you wall up your heart and making you lose some softness and vulnerability that you had before this job. So you're really being asked to to go in and consult spirit, consult your higher self, and decide what you want to do in this job or career, or and if it is worth the price that you have to pay to be in it, despite the huge financial rewards that you're reaping. Yes, pile number 1, super deep reading, and good luck to you. Yeah, good luck to you. Sending out good luck, and connect to your guides and spirits, and they will show you the way. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Okay, pile number 2, another awesome quartz crystal. Wow, these readings are really bringing in the clarity, the pictures of clarity that you need. So pile number 2, let's see what your tarot cards have for you today. 4 of Cups in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Oh, sorry, 7 of Swords. Sorry, I was trying to count the swords. Daughter of Pentacles, which is Page of Pentacles in reverse. You have a little bit of challenging energy coming in. I feel like it's nothing you can't get through. The Emperor in reverse. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Again, Virgo is really bringing in career, finance, job, all of that energy to the fore. A lot of people are trying to figure out if they want to be where they are work-wise, or where they want to go. With this, it feels like this is some kind of creative project. With this 4 of Cups in reverse, something that an idea that you had with this Ace of Pentacles, that you thought was not only going to create abundance for you, but was going to sort of give you that, that vibe of, you're not working, because if you do what you love, you're not working. And you're a little disappointed in that. With this Emperor card, it probably involves some kind of a skill that you have to hone. Maybe a musician, or an artist, a sculptor. I'm getting vibes like that, like Banksy, like very creative vibes. Or maybe you're like a creative director at like a museum or a docent, and you had all these hopes and dreams. I'm getting the vibe, like if you were not like a docent, or you were like somebody that works to curate art or something for like a big museum, like you had all these rose-colored glass ideas about what this would mean for you in terms of loving what you do. Like you might have graduated and you're like, oh my gosh, I've studied all the great masters, I've honed, all of my skills, and now I'm doing what I love, and I'm working in this position that allows me to explore this gorgeous art. But then you have to deal with all of these politics and things, or situations that aren't what you cracked up to be. And some of you might want to go back to pile number 1 because this reading is largely similar. But the difference is that this is about somebody that has more of a creative more of a creative slant to their, yeah. And so you don't want to really give up. I feel like with this Page of Pentacles, you you are becoming less motivated to do the work. I don't know how to put it any other way. You maybe the job that you wanted was not the one that you initially thought you were going to get, and you continue to work at it in the hopes that they were going to promote you or move you up to another position that would be closer to what you originally wanted to sign on for, but that's not happening, and now you're becoming despondent. That's another strong, strong possibility with this card. Yeah. And this feels like it's affecting the whole way that you see your creativity, the whole way that you view your talent. If you're a musician, let's say you're working at an orchestra, and the orchestra is, I'm getting very much like, I don't know if you ever watched Mozart in the Jungle. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so many like series parallels in this particular, in all of these readings. But like Haley is she plays the oboe, and she goes in, I think it's to work for like the New York Philharmonic or something like that, and she ends up becoming like losing her audition and becoming like this gopher for this top conductor. And by the end of the first season, like, she's not doing anything that she thought she was going to be doing. She's barely playing in the orchestra. She's like subbing for all these other like off Broadway things and just trying to make money any way she can. She's teaching music. Like, she loves what she does. She loves the music. She loves the art of what she does. But now she's in a position where she's not doing what she thought she was going to be doing creatively. And that's the vibe that I am getting from this. And, you know, with this Seven of Swords energy, when it comes up, you want to not get discouraged. You want to kind of remain open. There might be various career routes that come up with the new moon in Virgo energy. And because it's a new moon in Virgo energy, you want to sort of set clear goals for where you want to move going forward. You might have felt muddled in Mercury retrograde creatively, and not known what you wanted to do, not only just to enhance your creativity, but to move your creative career in the direction that you want. But with new moon in Virgo, a lot of the muddledness is going to become clear. So don't necessarily stop what you're doing. Don't give up on your dreams and hopes, but you might have to change direction. You might have to sort of, this is like giving me the vibes of you're sort of dancing on a knife edge. Yeah, for what I'm just also, you could be a dancer, like a ballet dancer or a modern dancer, somebody in a dance company, and you have to deal with all these interpolitics. And now you're like, and they want your body to be a certain way, and they want you to dance with certain people, and there's cliques and favorites and all these things, and you're like, oh, this is so not why I became a dancer. This is the vibes I'm getting from this pile. Let's see what your financial constraints. So to be blunt, a little blunt. So if you leave this position rashly and hastily, you might fall into this starving artist vibe. Right now, you're not necessarily doing everything you always wanted to do, but you do need to consider the practicalities of it. Virgo is a very practical sign, and Virgo season, it supports practical decisions. So you might have to hang in there a bit longer until you navigate yourself either to a position that you want or to find something else that calls to your soul, but that is somewhat within your scope of training to where you can pivot to, because you might not be able to leave it right away. It's the opposite problem of the last pile, where there was like in the last pile there's tons of money coming in, but then there's this soul dilemma. Do I want to do this? This is the opposite. If you leave, you're not set up in this amazing financial position, and you might run the risk of becoming the starving artist. A hole in the soul. Yeah. You had a lot more high hopes for what you were doing than what it has become. And yeah, it's hurting. It's like, whatever this is, you love it, you have a passion for it, and it's hurting your heart that it is not going the way that you envisioned. Let's see, let's read financial constraints. Oh yeah, this card shows an old-fashioned safe with a little money, but lots of cobwebs and dust. Money may be tight at this time, so rein in your spending and be circumspect about the financial requirements in your life. This is not a time of indulgence, so be aware of what's really important and consciously choose your expenditures. There's a big difference between what you need and what you want. The card is telling you to take care of your needs and bide your time. That right there. Take care of your needs and bide your time. Things will get better. But for now, be willing to live more conservatively and always value the money and the good things you already have. So part of this card is saying, in this creative career, try to find the joy of some of the things that you originally were delighted and fascinated with, and bring some of that into this situation, even though it might not be ideal. For instance, like if you want to be in an orchestra or something, and you're teaching music lessons, try and connect back to your love for music while you're looking for another position. I'm getting this vibe. If you're writing a novel or doing something creative like that, and right now you're working as a waitress, but you really want to spend more time writing, the time that you can spend, savor it, enjoy it, and approach it with this sense of gratitude, and the energy that more time will come. There will be a point of time when you finish your completed project that you want to write, or book or novel or biography or whatever it is, and then you will be shopping it to publishers, or you'll be going on finding an agent, or you'll be self-publishing on Amazon, and then you can start to build yourself that way. Many creative people work in that way, where they're doing something else that they don't necessarily like to fund what they love, or they are in the same field but not doing what they wanted to do. For instance, I'm getting the vibes again, more TV shows. Raising Dion, which is about a woman who used to be a dancer and finds out her son has superpowers. She has had to give up being a dancer in order to raise her son and be more practical. So the studio where she used to dance at, she is now, working the desk behind there. So something like that's the vibe I'm getting. And so, but then on her off time and lunchtime, some of the dancers are like, hey, come and practice, come to the classes in your free time, connect back to what you love about dancing, even though right now you're not dancing full time and you're working behind a desk. These are the vibes that I'm getting from this. Because the Virgo energy, new moon energy, will help you to plan to move more into the creative space that you want to be in. Let's see. Hole in your soul. Yeah. Oh, wow. Your childhood wounds are creating a hole in your soul. One way your childhood wounds disrupt an extraordinary life is through low-grade depression experienced as perpetual empty feeling. Oh, if as a child you tried to make everything all right by picking up the pieces of your family drama, then you adopted a false sense of self. When you lose your authentic self, you disconnect from your true feelings, needs, and desires. Instead, you wear a mask to make others feel more comfortable. Being detached leads to profound loneliness and isolation, as you are always mourning your true self. This card encourages you to discover your true self through learning about your childhood and mourning the abandonment and neglect you felt. Wow. Some of you are dealing with inner child situations, and you're using your art to work through this. And now without that, you have that still, but not as much. And so now you're being called to face some of these inner child wounds. And maybe one of the ways you can do that is by reconnecting to the creative spark that you lost. It says find a safe place. Use colored pencils to draw several masks. Each mask needs to represent an aspect of your false self as a good boy, savior, slave, rebel, victim, etc. Take time to write the qualities you feel each false self contains. Turn on powerful music. Put on a mask and move in a way that you feel the mask requires for you to express yourself and feel the feelings you have suppressed. Once you've completed the dance, take off the physical mask and burn it. Then imagine energetically taking off the false mask you wear in front of various people. Give yourself permission to be your real self. Oh, so some of you, again, I'm getting a strong creative vibe, and there's some of you are dancers. Yeah, some of you have forgotten sort of reasons why you came to doing this art in the first place. You've lost the plot. And part of that is, yeah, you might have lost some authenticity trying to be a certain thing. Like, if you're a dancer, you might have tried to be Baryshnikov when you're not, you're you. If you're a writer, you might have tried to be Charles Dickens, but you're you. And so there's two angles. You also have to worry about not sort of, quitting your day job, but also while retaining your day job, you want to connect more deeply to the authenticity of who you are, and this is going to make you reconnect with the creative spark that is lost. So it might not even be about the situation. It might be like a deep wound within you that needs to heal, and you can use your creativity and your art as an alchemy to create space to express the feelings that you've buried with these inner child wounds or deep wounds that are in your consciousness and your psyche, pile number 2. When you do that, you'll be able to move back into a space of joy with the creative path that you have chosen. That is the vibe that I'm getting from this reading. Yes, pile number 2. You have a little bit of a road ahead of you, but I feel like if you stick with it and don't quit your day job, keep on trucking, that eventually you will find the spark of joy that you originally had in your creative field. And that will create more abundance, to be frank. That'll create more abundance. You'll find your joy, and that will create more abundance. And that's all I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And last but not least, pile number 3. The last readings have been pretty intense. But I think it's necessary, clearing away all of the stagnant energy from retrograde and sort of forging this new bright path for the future. We have Page of Swords, the Hanged Man, 5 of Swords. That's a lot. Wow, there's a lot of swords energy for you, pile number 3. Eight of Cups. Something, you're trying to hang on to something that might be a lost cause. And this is time to start over. Yep, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's time to allow the cycle to complete. Pile number 3. It's a cycle of conflict, and it's kept you stagnant and stuck with this Hanged Man energy. And to be honest, in Mercury retrograde energy that has just passed, you might have been processing all of the emotions that you were going through, and you felt frozen and stuck, like you couldn't go anywhere. And that was a bit of a protection for you, because I don't think you're emotionally ready to make the step then, and you will be in the energy of the new moon in Virgo. You will be emotionally ready to let go and cut things away that are no longer serving you. This feels like a relationship. Like, it might not be, but it feels very much like a romantic relationship that you were hanging on to and trying to fix. And yeah. Yeah. And with this Page of Swords, it's delaying this descent in this romantic relationship. Was delaying your growth. It was blocking your manifestation, and the things that you want to happen in your life can't happen as long as this is there. Yeah. Again, and you know this. You know what you need to do. Wait, this is, let's see. It looks like, 10 of Swords. I don't know why I said 5 of Swords. Maybe that energy is coming through even though that card is not there. Yeah. Because 10 of Swords is also energy of being reluctant to move into a new cycle. You're making excuses. You're just prolonging the inevitable. And with this 8 of Cups energy in reverse, you're not allowing healing to occur. You're staying stuck in this relationship, and you know that it's holding you back, but you don't want to give up on it. But with this Mercury retrograde energy, you're probably right not to go during that time period, because then you always might have wandered, or should say you always might have wondered. Wow, wandered. Always might have wandered. This might have been a relationship where somebody had a wandering eye or cheated, and you don't want to face the facts, or it might be you, but I think it's the other person. But you will always wonder, that's what I meant to say, you will always wonder if you had left during Mercury retrograde, whether or not you could have worked it out. But the energy vibes is telling me that you couldn't have. Oh, storm warning, self-sabotage. Yep. And if you're still clinging on to this relationship, the warning, you can see it. You can see, like, with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you're going up. You can see yourself coming down like the roller coaster towards the inevitable end. and you see the storm warning. You've gotten the hurricane advisory. Like, you know a tower moment is coming, and you don't want to accept that it's coming. And I feel like this energy, yeah, this person, like with the Wheel of Fortune card, life in the universe is going to more than likely maneuver the situation to a point where you'll have to accept. Either they'll fall out of your life, or you yourself, something will happen where you're forced to accept that it's over. And it gives the vibe of one of those relationships where it's like going through the motions, but you know it's already over. Yeah. Let's read Storm Warning. The card indicates potential difficulty either in the external world or within yourself and your emotional life. The difficulty is coming closer, and you may have already heard rumblings of potential problems around you. The caution here is to be conscious, yet not fearful. Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm clarity. Investigate your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action for your own behalf, or on your own behalf. It says, as with all difficulty, even the worst storm passes. Always remember you have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever may come your way. The affirmation is, I have the power to overcome any obstacle no matter what is going on. I can be strong, confident, and self-directed. Yes, so you need to move into this strength. It's strength energy. You need to make a bold decision and step forward and be brave. And I feel like clear quartz crystal is probably one of the reasons why this is being used. Clear quartz crystal, if you use crystals, will be your ally to gain clarity, to ground yourself, to calm yourself in times of hectic upheaval and emotion. And with this energy, this self-sabotage, you know that this relationship isn't good for you. It says, become conscious of your inner saboteur functions. You are about to sabotage a big opportunity. Now is the time to stop procrastinating and cease focusing your energy on why you're unworthy of wonderful, enriching experiences. When you connect to the saboteur archetype, you begin to recognize all the ways you pass up interesting opportunities and relationships that can make you grow, learn, evolve, and become fulfilled. The saboteur is terrified of change and guards your heart from that which is meaningful to you, with the misguided belief that if you don't try, you can't fail. It forgets that if you don't escape from your comfort zone, you can't succeed and experience the love and joy which would fulfill you. On the lighter side, the saboteur can help you connect to your intuition and help you to listen to your deeper wisdom. It can assist you in deciphering a potentially dangerous situation from an exciting one. Take a few deep breaths and become conscious. This is the action of where in your body you feel like you're limiting yourself. Place your hands on that part of your body. Visualize your saboteur archetype. It may look similar to the card, like a shadow aspect of you. Ask this part of yourself to show you how you miss out on or sabotage your relationships, career, money, health, and other aspects of your life where you are not fulfilled. Become aware of your patterns. Make a commitment to yourself to start focusing on your strengths rather than your weaknesses, yes, and welcome new experiences into your life. This new moon in Virgo energy, if you allow it to, it will help you move out of the stagnation. And Virgo is all about planning, and you can use this time to plan your next steps. So for some of you, this might be a relationship ending, like a marriage or a long-standing relationship, and you might need to plan how to disentangle yourself from the situation so that both parties are experiencing the least amount of emotional, spiritual, and possibly even financial disruption. And I think that If you move from a place of strength and love, and you release your fears, that you will know. You will find that as the more that you let go, and the more that you release, and the more that you sort of step away, new experiences will start to come in. Newer, better people, maybe even new romantic partners will come in to your life. Maybe even before, like I feel like for some of you, the new romantic partner will start to show up before you kind of feel you're ready, and you might be like friends with them or something at first. Yeah. So pile number 3. Oh, wow. That is all I have for you. Again, this is something that you have warning, you have the rumblings, you see yourself approaching sort of the danger zone, and now's the time to plan, using the Virgo season to plan what you're going to do, what your next steps are going to be. This might be a good time to like go away somewhere on your own. You know, if you have family, go visit them, and not taking this romantic partner. Just use the time for yourself to sort of plan out what you want to do, and to be nurtured by people who care about you and love you unconditionally. Yeah, surround yourself with as many people who are like your true friends and love you unconditionally as possible, because this will be a difficult time, an emotional time, but I feel like you can move through it. You have the strength to move through it. You just have to have the strength and the bravery to let go. Yeah, gosh, there's so many like video visuals. There's a yoga practice that this a YouTube influencer called Annie Ah, and it's called The Bravery to Let Go. I should post that for you, pile number 3, because it's it's okay to move ahead, and it's scary, but I think in this case the message is telling me that it might be very necessary. So that is all that I have for you, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading. As always, please like and subscribe, and it helps me with my growing channel. And good luck, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.